You ever notice how we reach for food? Not because we're hungry, but because we feel off, sad, anxious, empty. And what do we grab? Chocolate, ice cream, coffee. Because the world told us they make us feel better. But here's the truth. Most of the foods we believe boost our mood actually break it. Let's quickly reveal the 5 mood boosters that do more harm than healing. And then I'll show you 6 rare, powerful foods you've probably never heard of. Foods that actually transform your mood at the root. Cross-mark 5 mood foods that fool us. Cross-mark 1. Chocolate. It gives a sugar rush. A dopamine hit. But what comes next? A crash irritability and guilt. It's pleasure, not peace. Cross-mark 2. Ice cream. Spikes blood sugar and insulin. Feels comforting in the moment, but leads to emotional dips, fatigue, and inflammation. Cross-mark 3. Coffee. It doesn't give you energy. It triggers your stress hormones. You're not calm, you're wired. Cross-mark 4. Fast food. Greasy, salty, and satisfying for 10 minutes. But behind the scenes, it's inflaming your brain and clouding your thoughts. Crossmark 5. Alcohol. Temporarily numbs sadness, but worsens anxiety and sleep later. You feel emptier the next day. Every time. White heavy checkmark now. Let's talk about the real heroes. 6 underrated, natural foods that truly transform mood. White heavy checkmark 6. Sasha inchi seeds. They grow in the Amazon. Tiny seeds, loaded with omega-3s more than salmon. They soothe your brain, ease stress, and support long-term mood balance. Few people eat them, but they can change your emotional chemistry. White heavy checkmark 5. Mucuna Pruriens, also known as the dopamine bean. It naturally contains L-dopa, the direct building block for dopamine. Unlike coffee, it builds real energy, focus, and joy without the crash. Used in ancient healing for a reason. White heavy checkmark 4. See buckthorn berries. Wild orange berries from icy mountains, packed with omega-7 vitamin C and mood-healing antioxidants. They reduce brain inflammation and support emotional resilience. It's nature's quiet antidepressant. White heavy checkmark 3. Teff Grain, an ancient grain from Ethiopia, high in iron, magnesium, and resistant starch. It stabilizes blood sugar and nervous system balance, key to emotional control. Think of it as calm in the form of food. White heavy checkmark 2. Lion's mane mushroom. It looks bizarre, but it's brain magic. Lion's mane promotes nerve regeneration. It enhances memory, focus, and emotional recovery. If you feel mentally foggy, this is your reset switch. White heavy checkmark 1. Amaranth, once sacred to the Aztecs, now nearly forgotten. Amaranth is packed with magnesium, protein, and calming amino acids. It balances hormones, lifts energy, and supports deep emotional peace. This isn't comfort food. It's healing food. We've been taught that mood comes from motivation, but it also comes from nutrition. Your brain needs more than motivation quotes. It needs fuel, not sugar spikes.